She living with a roach. Cockroach she like, yeah. Man with us play with the food. Man with us hide away good. Bring the dog like he should. Belt in the wood. She moving like she don't want no man, but she taking people on them smart.
99.9 WEFM. WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
All right, so we are back with you for another segment of our Activated Mornings program here on WEFM. In studio, you have Dianna, Cain, and myself, Roleza Samuel, and we are in our Talk to Us segment. All right, and already we have someone on the live. Our good old friend. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning, my lady. How you doing?
This lady is fine. And you?
And how is my other lady? How is my other lady? I don't want the boy to get jealous. Eh?
No, not jealousy around here. Good morning, Dave.
Oh,
you know, one second, Dave. You know, something is always interesting. Like when persons actually message us or say something.
Mm-hmm.
So if they compliment one of us, it's like, and don't get offended, whoever's the other person. I always have to chuckle at that. I mean, if you're complimenting, none of us going to feel bad necessarily.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, well, you have to be careful, because some of which are touchy, especially women, and so on. Yeah, I am mindful of that. So,
All right, Dave.
All right. So that's good to know that if that's the case, I won't have to make that mistake by saying it like that. And in additional time, you have to be more liberated, so to speak. Well, so much things to talk about. I hear what you all made subjects this morning, because I wasn't getting you on was getting the station. So what is the hot news, so to speak? Anything hot?
What we talked about first?
What was it? First it was Kingsley.
Traffic.
Yeah, Kingsley spoke about the traffic. Spoke about retirement as well. Dave, you enjoying retirement?
No, not as I would have liked to. Because of illness, I got sick along the way. Otherwise, I may not have even been in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but maybe it's a blessing in disguise as well. Well, the thing about retirement, if I could say something about that. If you don't have a good bank account and so on, crapper could smoke your pipe. Put it like that, straight talk, because in life, you have to face so many ups and downs, and if you're not accumulating a lot of money, like right now in St. Vincent and Grenadines, the economic situation is very challenging, and I could understand for people who are not in that kind of position. I want to know how people are coping. Because sometimes when you think things are bad with you and you hear about some other people's story, that still gives you a little encouragement to want to live a little longer. I don't know. But look at the upheaval that the Trump man is causing, right? Vincentians have been there, maybe too relaxed, and especially not paying attention to their status. Speaking about their status with the American laws and so on, the American immigration department, all of that is all of that has put added pressure. And let me say this: if we lose that, if Vincentians have to be driven out of America, so to speak, what's going to happen to our economy? How much remittances come back from those people, and especially from the US of A, where the American dollar, when it come back here, it is what? the exchange and so on. That makes a hell of a difference. And how much do we collect in remittances annually? Huh? I forget how much $1 million they say we collect and so on. So the point I'm making there, if we lose that, or we don't have that privilege as we used to have it, that's going to cause serious problems for our people here. I know of some people who depend on America to write in St. Vincent, and then again, to feed us. Some families depend on America to get something to go by every month, less than a month. These are things we need to take into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
And what is where our food we talk about food security. Do we have food security here? Is the same America just have to come back and feed us? Huh? And then when you listen to our import bill, I know an attempt was made in 20 to ease our importation bill, to bring it down in 2025. Now they posted they couldn't meet the deadline. They extended to 2030.
Right.
So these are things we have to be concerned about.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. And we have so much. You're hearing about so much specialists, so much programs, and I don't know if they're bearing any fruit. Huh?
All right,
Gone are the days when you used to get oranges and all them things. You can't get them local orange. Huh? So I don't know where we're getting the orange from.
Okay.
A lot to talk about. Anyhow.
Yeah, we have plenty more days, right? We have plenty more days. All right. Have a good one today, Dave. All right.
Okay. You too.
Bye-bye. All right. So yes, it is our Talk to Us segment. And this is where you can bring up something brand new with us for discussion, or you can talk about something that we previously spoke about this morning. All right. So as per usual, we're going to just give you a few seconds. If somebody wishes to call, you are going to call now. Good morning, caller.
Morning again.
Morning.
Yesterday we had a guy from recycling on.
Mm-hmm. All Island Recycling.
I guess that was a paid advertisement, right? Because I was trying to get him to ask him a question.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Do they have bottle lines in Vincent?
Just in no bottle policy when it comes to events.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, there's a no bottle policy. Just no bottle.
Yeah, I know about that.
Right, the glass bottles, but I don't think otherwise.
Trinidad has it toward Carnival time. But there's a bottle law in New York City with different rules. A lot of people don't know about the rules.
Mm.
So I buy a case of water from you, 5 cents for the empty bottle. They charge you 5 cents deposit on the empty bottle, so that's $1.20. And when the bottle empty, I could carry it to anybody once they sell water, and they're supposed to take it. And there's a lot of rules. If the place open between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m., they do not have to take the bottles between 8 and 9, and they do not have to take it between 7 and 8 when they close. They say you recommended that you bring it in. You don't have to, bottles don't have to be clean. They still have to take it, but they recommend that for sanitary that you keep it clean. You're only supposed to redeem 240 bottles at any one time. Now, you see people go on the street and pick a bottle and sell it.
In Vinci, yes. Mm-hmm.
In America, too.
Okay.
In garbage can. Mm-hmm. But it's actually an offense to do it. It's an offense to tender an empty bottle to get a deposit, which you didn't pay for.
Okay.
You could be fined, but these are rules that don't non-existent. They're on the books, but they're not enforced.
Okay. Mm.
And some people they sell the bottled water, they take the 5 cents deposit, but when you bring it back to them, they don't want to take it, so they don't take in bottle. And that's so unfair, because if you sell 1 million cases of water a year, and you take the 5 cents on each of them, you get to keep a $1.2 million that you don't have to pay out. That's unfair. Very unfair.
Okay.
So I read those rules that I usually take back my empty bottles. When they had the pandemic, the club places wasn't taking empty bottles. I had them stacked and stacked and stacked. And when I do carry them in, it was a lot of empty bottles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing your part. You're doing your part with conservation and recycling. So very good.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, so we are in the Talk to Us segment. Let's see if anybody else would call. If not, we're going to just quickly jump into a story. Well, our discussion. All righty, so no takers. So we're going fast, right? So we are asking the question. I'm asking the question to Dianna. After a breakup, should you delete photos of your ex? All right. No most persons, as soon as the relationship done, whoops, pictures gone. So we're going to discuss this very quickly, all right? So
there's a recent podcast clip on TikTok which sparked a debate over whether you should delete photos of your ex from your phone and social media. The podcaster claims she deleted all of her boyfriend's pictures the day after they broke up, and that she regretted doing it. So, is hanging on to photos of your ex a bad thing? I'll leave it.
So let me ask Dianna. Dianna, what you gonna do?
I don't know. I've never been in a relationship a day in my life.
Already? Immaculate Conception. Y'all haven't seen the brand new the modern day Virgin Mary. Here we have with Dianna.
As my adopted child. I feel that it's up to the people that are in the relationship. People hold on to pictures for various reasons. We were just talking about historical significance of pictures, and they may have a picture. What if they were at the First World War and they took a picture there together? You may not want to delete that picture because of its historical significance, but I feel it's up to the people to delete pictures. If I hate you enough, I'm going to delete, well, at that moment, because I will eventually forgive you. I'm going to delete it. Delete it.
All right.
I'm trying to think, like, do I have anybody's picture in my phone as I am here speaking about if you should delete pictures? I have pictures of somebody I used to talk to. We just used to talk. He was not from St. Vincent, so we never really met up or anything like that. But we spoke for a while, and I just, they're there. I never thought, let me go delete this because I ain't speaking to you no more. They're just there. There's a lot of stuff in my gallery that's there. Being in my gallery does not make you special. There are a lot of things in my gallery.
All right. So I am probably one of those persons where you get me upset enough, everything goes. Right? Everything goes. And I remember one situation where there was a really lovely picture that I had with a person. And I got upset and I hid the photo. Like you could hide photos in your phone.
No, I do not.
Yeah, there's a thing. With the Samsung phones, there's a Knox or something or the other. You can hide photos. So I hid the photo. But for the life of me, I can't get it back. And I am so upset because now I'm asking the person, do you have a copy of this picture? They don't have a copy of the picture either. They don't have a copy. And this is the thing. So at the time in which I did it, I was highly upset. I got rid of every single thing, right? Whether it's pictures, whether it's stuff that I had, I got rid of everything. Because that's one of the people. When I vex, right? But then some time has passed, we good now and that kind of thing. And I want back the picture and I cannot get it.
Go to a tech professional.
No, I cannot find back this. And I changed phones. There's no way for me to, I don't think I'll be able to recover it because I tried to recover it on this phone too, but I can't. But it is just so I realized when I listened to this, I said, boy, sometimes it's not good to act when you're emotional because you make decisions that you turn around to regret, right? Recently, I had a situation where, I won't call the name of whoever it is, but I do personalized stuff. So just Sunday, somebody called me and asked me if I could take down something off my Instagram, off my social media, something that I did for them when they were in love with the person. And I just said, why I involved in all this drama?
have to contain myself.
So listen to me. I did something, I am proud of the work that I did, but they don't want the picture to be on social media because it's a reminder of what happened in their relationship and the
Don't go
relationship.
on Roleza's page to look for your
No, I don't delete it. I deleted it because I said what the person was saying is that it was a reminder of the relationship that they had, and they deleted everything, but they're remembering that there's something that they forgot to delete. So they reached out to me and asked me to go and delete it. So I did. I complied. I deleted it because normally what I would do is that I would, of course, ask permission before posting. When it comes to those very personalized things, I would ask permission to post before. So at that time, they were really in love, right? For some relationships, I would blur out one of the names and keep like a very common name. So if your name is like Jennifer, I would leave the Jennifer, but not Jennifer to whoever, right? Because I'm still trying to maintain that little bit of respect and privacy for individuals. But then I just saying, oh gosh, my thing was really so nice and I get involved in this and my thing had to come down off of social media. My hard work, But yes, this is what happens, when we're saying that we out of a relationship. Are we vexed? Not even out of the relationship. Sometimes when we vex, this is the thing, to get rid of everything. But I don't necessarily agree with it. I know that persons might tear up this and tear up that. And, but sometimes give yourself a little bit of time to realize whether or not you are actually upset for good or if you're just temporarily upset, because you might turn around like how I feel right now. I well want back the photo and I cannot get back the photo for the life of me. And
that's it too. You and to be honest, I mean, keeping things on your phone does not necessarily mean that you want the person back or that you're longing for those times. Or you could just be there. And especially if it's somebody like me, I have a bunch of things in my phone from how long my phone telling me my storage is
But let me
full.
ask you something though. As we're talking about this, how would you feel if you've met somebody new, and if you go through their social media account, there's pictures of them and the ex, like they and the ex break up, know that they've broken up, but they've kept all of those pictures. How would you feel though?
We probably would sit and talk about it because my initial reaction would probably be, they were already posted, they were already there. You probably didn't, I don't know, go back.
Suppose he's not posting any pictures of you.
Me, why he posts me? Me never posting he, not even if he laughs.
No, but then so that's the thing. If he was so proud to post pictures of her, but he's not posting pictures of you, how would you feel?
I have to sit
she have a problem.
No, not like that, because I am just at this point in my life, I'm just like, I don't care about like the energy to put into certain things. I probably have to go back and find that energy to look into certain things, because a lot of things for me is just to dismiss it. It is what it is. But I'm gonna go find the energy to investigate, because how would I feel? First of all, I don't care to be posted. So if I don't know, I have to think about that, because I really don't care.
And they've gotten out of a relationship, everything gets scrubbed. All the social media pictures, they come down. You could change man today, tomorrow. All the pictures them coming down. All you do is set down the old one, put up the new one, right? There are some people who would do that. But for me, I always say it's kind of silly in a sense, because this person was in your life at that point in time, right? So there's nothing wrong. I mean, if it's a set of man, and we are that's it. As the public, we already know. So trying to take them down doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, because we know that you were involved with this person, that person, But I know that there are some persons who take them down. But for me, after you've passed a particular point in your life, you don't necessarily have to take them down. But there are some people who do. But I do think that I might catch a little bit of feelings if I see that pictures of the old person was up and you even try to post one picture of me.
It probably would depend on if the photo was from like 5-10 years ago, maybe. If the photo is from, I don't know how long it would be for you. Because if it's a photo that's been there for years, I wouldn't really care about that.
I don't have a problem with it. And that's my thing. Is like, I've known that you were with the person. So seeing a photo is not necessarily a bad thing. But you hear me, you're putting up at least one with me.
You're getting wedding photo.
Oh, Lord. But as I always tell people, I ain't putting up them pictures on social media until the marriage happened. And we in it for like a good month. right? A month
Me
or
even
two.
telling my mother I dated somebody until we got married, huh?
I thought I was the same way. Like I have never introduced somebody to my mother and said, "Mommy, this is my boyfriend." She has figured things out, but I have never said it because for me, when it is that I know for sure, then she gonna get the proper introduction. All right. So, mommy, morning again. I heading on to this before we say anything else. All right. So this is the end of our talk to us segment, and we're heading directly into today's community dateline.